All right, we're back with another video, and today's video is it's interesting though, man. We're gonna be reacting to a video from Young Ye. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Awful take insists GTA 6 deserves to be $100 price. Man, I got a few controversial takes on that price though, man. But let's get to the video.
Not this again. So, video game
Unfortunately,
prices are the highest we have ever seen them. Consoles are costing more than ever, with this generation in particular being unprecedented in that for the first time we're seeing
everything
prices
is
go
high
up
these days,
over the
man. Everything.
lifespan of a console life cycle rather than the prices depreciating as they normally should. And then beyond that, the actual price to buy individual games has gone up significantly. And we owe that in large
Facts.
part to Nintendo, who have made their games $80 for specific titles like Mario Kart World. And
I repeat, Mario Kart World, like Mario fans, sit here and tell me that Mario Kart World was worth $80. The game today that you're playing right now, Mario Kart World, if this game stayed the same for 2 years, like I said last video, would it be worth $80? And it's crazy how one game can reset the market as far as video game prices. I don't know, man.
that kind of gave the rest of the industry permission to do the same. Since one major company kind of set the bar, it gives
Put the
other
battery in
companies
that
the
bag.
idea of, oh, well, if they can do it and get away with it, so can we. And now we're seeing insinuations that certain games need to be more expensive. You may recall that the topic of Grand Theft Auto 6 and what it will cost being a major topic of discussion months ago. And it is something that has cropped up again because of a statement by Chris Stockman, who is a fairly prolific game developer, and that he's the design director for the first Saints Row game. And look, I love Saints Row and I love what y'all did with it. But what Chris Stockman says here, I woefully disagree with. So he was asked by Esports Insider about what do you make of the idea that GTA 6 will raise the price level again as the first $100 game. And keep in mind, the
Man.
jump from 60 to 70 took much longer than 70 to 80. And now, just recently, we got $80 games. We want to raise that again. That bar, we want to raise it up again to $100 now. That's an insane idea. With GTA 6 being slated to launch next year, if it doesn't get delayed,
All right,
that means that
to me, and it's crazy. I agree with like the video game market and the prices and stuff going up, and everything's being expensive, because of Nintendo tariffs and all that stuff, though, right? But if it's one game that's worth, if it's worth like $100, it would be GTA. And I'll give you my reasons why I feel like GTA 6 is worth the $100 price tag. The reason why it's worth $100, to me, it would be worth $100 if you can create your own ecosystem on GTA 6 and create money and change people's lives. The lifespan of the game, like I said earlier, is endless. If it's getting ready to come out, if they put $100 price tag on it, I wouldn't be surprised because there's so much you can do with GTA 6, and that's just from a financial standpoint. And it's like so much content you can make with it. Like you could it's like you can almost create your own missions on GTA, sell products on GTA with digital price goods and stuff. Money, you can make money with GTA 6. I wouldn't want to pay $100, but I understand why that price point will be there at some point though. But I could be wrong though, man, but we're going to finish letting them cook though.
if GTA 6 were to raise prices to $100 as the base, you can bet your ass that other companies would follow suit because one major corporation decided to kind of take that leap forward and get away with it. And that means other companies will have similar ideas. But yeah, here's what Stockman
I
had
get
to
what
say
he's
when
saying though,
asked
man.
the
Like I
notion of
don't want it to
GTA
be
6
$100,
being
but it's
the
definitely
first
worth $100
game. He is all in on this idea because he thinks that GTA 6 specifically deserves
worth
that
it.
price point because of its
does.
scale. He said, quote, "They're the only ones that can get away with it. I don't think it's a rising tide that floats all boats. I think there will be a tremendous amount of backlash if everyone switched to $100. But there's
That's the thing though. Like GTA 6 is the only game that's going to be able to get away with that price point, and people just roll with the price. We're not paying 100. I promise you, if any other game that does not deserve $100 price tag. Somebody tries that, it's not getting bought. It's not. It's not getting bought. It's not. I'm telling you, GTA is the only game that can get away with that. When it's time to not spend money, we're not going to do it. We're not going to spend any money. People can hold their dollars, and they do it very easily, though, man. But let them finish.
Already backlash for everyone switching to $80, and yet companies are pushing those boundaries. They're pushing that goalpost. They're trying to make that work and normalize that as much as possible. Whether you like it or not, when a new bar is set, the floor rises with it. And you can bet your ass that more companies will feel braver about the notion of pricing their games at $100, regardless of whether it's as ambitious and as large scale as GTA 6 or not. In the same way that companies have already dared to price their games at $80 because Mario Kart World and Nintendo kickstarted that trend. He continues, not all games are created equal. I think GTA is the only one that can get away with it, and I hope they do. That's a wild statement. I really hope it's $100. I think it deserves to be $100. Good on you for looking out for the multi-billion-dollar corporation who's made so much freaking money from.
Like, we gotta be real. We have to. I'm just saying though, man. As far as like the quality of a game, all it offers, it's worth $100. Do I want it to be $100? No, but you have to look at the scale of it. We can't look at, just because I don't want to pay $100 for something doesn't mean that it's not worth $100. If you want to book Drake, right, at a venue, do you think companies want to pay a couple $1 million to book him to do a show? He's definitely worth that price because he's going to sell out that stadium, sell tickets, merch, food, all that, and they're going to 10x their money. I hate where we are as far as like video games and stuff, wherever as society. But it is what it is, though, man. I gotta be a realist here, man. GTA 6 is worth $100. It is.
GTA 5 and GTA Online, that they can afford to take this much time and spend this much money on GTA 6 and still be rolling in it. He finishes with, the scope and magnitude of this production deserves that price tag, but not everything is treated equally. It'd be a disaster if everyone tried to match them.
Everything
except
isn't
what
treated
you're encouraging
equally.
is for everyone to match that $100 price point if it were to happen that GTA 6 is priced at $100. Now, this idea of, well, GTA 6 is a much bigger, much more detailed, much more ambitious game with the highest budget we've ever seen for a video game, and therefore it deserves to be more expensive than other games. It's important to note why Rockstar and Take-Two in particular are in a very unique situation to be able to develop a game for this long and spend so much money. And it's very simple. It's Grand Theft Auto. It's freaking GTA. This is not just some new IP. It is the biggest franchise in the world. And the thing that Rockstar and Take-Two are banking on, that they're gambling on, and it's a fairly good gamble, is that GTA 6 will sell so many freaking units that even pricing it at $70 will make up for the budget and the amount of time that they spent on it, because GTA 6 is just simply that big. It will no doubt be the biggest launch in entertainment history, not just in gaming history, in entertainment history. And Rockstar has already set that record with past releases. Stockman is under the impression that they need to price their game at $100 because the budget is so big, and if they don't price their game higher, then, you know, it'll be a loss for them and they won't make a.
Just so we know here, I do not support $100 games. I'm just being a realist. I want the game to be $50. $40, a brand new game if possible, though, but I'm being a realist here, y'all.
As much money as they'd like, but the reality is that if they make the game more accessible at $70 and let the volume take care of everything, the volume of sales, which will be tremendous just on an unprecedented level, that will more than make up for the cost of developing this specific title. GTA 6, if GTA 5 is already as big as it is, then GTA 6 is only going to be bigger. And so there is no need to price their games at $100 because the goal should be to ensure that as many people buy GTA 6 as possible so you can usher them in to GTA Online, where you want 100%. As big of an audience base as possible. So those people will recurrently spend
money off of DLC.
Just from a business
problem with that is you saying, but people are going to complain about spending money on DLC. Anything that makes people spend money, people are going to complain about. I understand what he's saying, though, because he makes a lot. I honestly agree with everything he's saying, but the one thing he was talking about. But again, like we We're looking at people that are complaining about there's people that are complaining about spending, $5 on Roblox. There's people that's complaining on spending VC on 2K, no matter how much it is. On free to play games, there's people complaining on spending DLC money or spending money on free to play games. It's like, how else do you expect them to make money? The company to make money if it's a DLC game. Like legit, these are like fans or whatever that feel like everything should be free and that they're going to make money just out of nowhere. It's like it's not realistic.
Gee, this is actually an awful idea. And then in terms of what it will do to the games industry as a whole, in terms of setting a new goalpost
Gaming
or pushing the
industry already
goalpost
jacked
forward
up.
and above in terms of what the base price is and raising the floor with it, that's going to be bad for consumers, especially in the current economic times. The worst
Facts.
idea right now is to make companies brave to think that they can price their games at $100. And it's worth noting that researchers have already kind of chimed in on what they think about GTA 6 and the potential of a $100 price point and whether that would actually be
bold enough
beneficial.
to do that. They know that game
is on the part of Take-Two and Rockstar.
They know that game
IGN,
ain't
for
like
example,
that,
recently reviewed a study done by Media Research who said that a $100 price point for GTA 6 would be a bad idea. According to IGN, quote, Media's model survey of more than 2,000 U.S. customers shows that going for $70 would maximize sales potential and keep fans happy. A $100 launch price, however, would reduce both unit sales and overall revenue. IGN even managed to get a direct quote from Perry Gresham, Media Research's head of data and co-author of the report, who said, quote, our research suggests that GTA 6 will generate more revenue at a standard $70 price point than the much discussed $100 price point. A $100 price point would actually leave money on the table. Part of the research includes what percentage of consumers.
I'm saying that $100, it is worth $100. If we're looking at the scope of GTA and everything that it has to offer, feature, we're talking about the biggest game pretty much in the history of video games. Like, as consumers, we complain about games not having enough modes, not having enough content. GTA is the one game that has almost unlimited content. Like, you could come up with content ideas for the game yourself.
Buy GTA 6 at certain price
and
tiers.
We're gonna finish
and
this
at
video.
$70, 60% of consumers said that they would definitely or probably buy the game, whereas at $100, only 35% said that they would definitely or probably buy the game. And then earlier this year, on January of 2025, Matt Piscatella, a well-known analyst at Circana who often gives out sales figures for games sold in the U.S., talked about whether he thinks that GTA 6 will be priced at $100, and he said probably not because there's just no need. You want to make the funnel as wide as possible while also optimizing launch money or launch dollars.
All right. He makes a lot of good points, though, man. So shout out to, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Yong Yi. With his video, Awful Take insists GTA 6 deserves to be $100 price. My thoughts on this is deserve means is it worth it? So yes, I agree. Yeah, GTA 6 does deserve to be $100. I'm looking at the features and everything that it does. Now, to the average person that just plays video games casually, that doesn't make content and doesn't plan on making money from the game, then yeah, then of course it's worth $70. It wouldn't be worth $100 though, but the person that's going to get their money's worth from this game, absolutely is worth $100. Now, do we want the game to be $100? Absolutely not. Please drop the game down to $60. We know that's not realistic though. But y'all let me know, man, in the comments. Is GTA 6 worth $100? Or it's only worth $70, $60, man? I'm just giving my opinion. I like to talk, man. But you already know, do, man. It's Arkitek Mr. J with another video. You haven't already hit that subscribe button, notification bell, like, comment, share. Until next time, peace.